Hello. Meet Nodu, tucked in, warm, one yawn from sleep. A good little creature at the end of a long day. So, naturally, I have a question for him, the kind that only works at night. Nodu, you're the one in there, aren't you? The one doing the looking. So consider this. Everything you can see, the room, the blanket, your own small hands, all of it is something you are looking at. And the looker is never the looked at. So if everything you can find is not you, what are you? And where? And there it goes, his night. Eyes open, wide. You felt that too, didn't you? That small, cold draft where a certainty used to be. Good, then you're coming with us. Where are you exactly? Let's be careful about it. You can see your own eyes in a mirror. So your eyes are something you observe, not the observer. Your hands, your body, observed, not the observer. Even your thoughts, you sit and watch them drift past, observed. Cross them all off. Everything you can point to is on the wrong side of the list. So who is holding the pencil? He can't sleep now. So he does what the sleepless do. He goes looking. Out of bed into the library of his own head, shelves to the ceiling, and not one book with his name on it. Let's start gently. Look at the world out there. Light, it has a place. Matter, a place. The air, the warmth, the sway of the curtain, all of it physical, all of it pinned to somewhere. Everything in the outside world has an address. Now, your thoughts, your imagination, the little film playing behind your eyes this very second. What is its address? Point to where it is. There's no pin. The thing is plainly there, and the location is simply blank. Let me make it impossible to dodge. Picture an apple. There, red, round, a shine on one side. It even turns. It looks fully three-dimensional. You are looking right now straight at an apple. So, where is it? Go on, Nodu, look for it. Under the book, behind the shelf, in the drawer. It has color and depth and weight, and it is on no shelf in this room. Nowhere at all. And right there, hold that contradiction. We're going to live inside it. Here's the obvious objection. It's just my brain, examiner. Fair. Let's split the world in two and look. On this side, the brain. A genuine marvel. Some 86 billion neurons firing in storms of chemistry and current, the finest machine in the known universe. And crucially, a thing, with a weight, a place. You could, in principle, hold it in your hands. And on the other side, the thought itself. The redness of the red, the what it feels like. Philosophers have a name for it, Qualia. No wires, no weight, no pin. The most vivid thing you own, and it weighs nothing at all. So go in and find it. Here are the very neurons that fire when you imagine red. Watch them light up. Map every wire. You will never, on any scan, come across the redness. The neuron, yes. The red, never. Try to measure it then. Put a ruler to the thought. No width, no edges, nowhere to set the zero. It has no extension at all. It simply isn't the kind of thing that has a size, which forces an uncomfortable weighing. On one pan, the physical, extended, measurable, real to every instrument. On the other, the experience, undeniable and utterly placeless. So, are your thoughts real or not? Watch the beam. It will not settle. Because the apple has no matter, no place, no measurable existence. By the standards of physics, it is nothing. And yet it is the one thing in this whole room you cannot doubt. So before we go further, what do we even mean by the word real? Let me hand you one clean tool. Mathematicians have a humble little idea, a set, a collection of things. And sets sit inside other sets, a box, in a bigger box, in a bigger box. Let's build you out of boxes. The biggest box of all, reality. Everything that is. Inside it, the physical universe, all the matter and light and space. Inside that, life. And inside that, one small living creature. You. Inside you, your brain. Inside the brain, your thoughts, the apple, the dreams, the imagination. And at the very center, the smallest ring of all, the observer. The one who has been watching this whole time. There you are, innermost, deepest, the watcher at the dead center of reality's smallest box. Except, look again, that innermost thing, who is looking at this diagram? You are. The watcher isn't in the box. The watcher is the one seeing the box. Every ring, reality, the brain, the thoughts, is something you are observing. So by our very first rule, none of it is you. Innermost and outside the picture entirely. And before you reach for the word soul, careful, this is no theorem. It's an old, stubborn insight. The one who looks is never just one more thing to look at. And notice, the thought had no place. The observer has no place. The same cool, placeless glow on both. Perhaps they are made of the same stuff. Hold that thread. What you have walked into has a name. The philosopher David Chalmers called it the hard problem of consciousness. Here is its shape. On one side, every physical fact about the brain. On the other, the fact that there is anyone home to experience it. And between them, a gap no one has ever bridged. Why isn't it all just running in the dark? Now, this channel does not lie to you. There are serious people who set down a calm little card and say, the gap is an illusion. The thought simply is the brain state. The redness is only what neurons feel like from the inside, and the mystery dissolves. It is a clean answer. It might even be the right one. But hold it against the apple and keep walking. Here is a true thing. Take any number. There is always a larger one. The numbers never run out. You didn't check that. You didn't prove it. You just saw it. That little flash. Oh, obviously. Where did it come from? You didn't grind it out like a calculator. You understood it. Keep that feeling. A mathematician is about to make it dangerous. In 1931, Kurt Gödel broke a dream. Take any formal system, any fixed set of rules big enough for arithmetic. Inside it, there will always be statements that are true, genuinely, certainly true, that the system itself can never prove. True and unprovable from the inside. And here is the knife. We can see that they're true. Standing outside the system, a mind looks at the unreachable sentence and simply understands. Yes, that one is true. The system can't get there. You can. Now set a machine beside you, ones and zeros, grinding flawlessly through its rules, sealed inside its box. It can follow any proof faster than you ever could, but it can never step outside the rules and see that something unprovable is nonetheless true. It computes. It does not understand. The machine stays pressed against the inside of its box. And Nodu, ridiculous little Nodu, steps right over the edge. So which are you? A very warm, very wet machine, or something a machine can never be? One of the great physicists of our age, Roger Penrose, refused to let that question go. His claim, understanding is non-computational. The mind does something no algorithm can. It leaps the wall the rules can't cross. And I must stop you right where the excitement peaks. This argument is fiercely contested. Brilliant logicians have spent decades tearing at it. So stamp it contested and keep it honest. Not a proof. A door someone serious keeps knocking on. Let's knock once more. Look at the strangest fact about the world. The same arithmetic that is true on this chalkboard is true at the far edge of a galaxy you will never visit. 2 and 2 make 4 here, and 400 million light years away, in the dark with no one watching. Snowflakes, spirals, orbits, scattered particulars everywhere, and every one of them answering to the same form. For a single pattern to show up across all of existence, there must be universals at all. And for that, there must be something holding the particulars together. Some single fabric the whole scattered universe is cut from. And here is the thought this entire sleepless night has been walking toward. What if that fabric isn't dead? What if the thing that lets the same truth ring out in every corner of existence is not a mechanism, but something more like a mind? And what if you, the placeless little watcher who was never in the diagram, are not the producer of consciousness at all, but a small local window onto one that was already everywhere? Not a lamp making its own light, a window letting in a light that was always outside. Now, the sensible half of you is grinding its teeth. Good, because the other door stays wide open too. The brain simply generates the mind, and the window is only poetry. I won't tell you which door is real. I'll do something worse. I'll leave you standing between them, feeling the weight of not knowing which one you are. Tired, Nodu? Look at you. You turned the whole night over. The brain, the apple, the diagram you fell out of, Gödel, the window onto the stars. You considered everything. And concluded precisely nothing. Congratulations, you've done philosophy. So let me say the one true thing I know and let you go. Blessed are the drowsy, for they alone stop hunting for the one who hunts. The seeker searched every shelf for himself and found only the searching. He chased his thoughts to their den and found the den empty, yet warm, as though something had only just risen and left. Perhaps, Nodu, you were never in the world. Perhaps the world is a thought, and you are only the place where it is being thought. So close the eyes that were never quite where you believed them to be, and let whatever is dreaming you dream on. Good night, Nodu.